recall, we were discussing rectangular resolution of a force, and we know that when a force is resolved along two directions which are mutually orthogonal, then we get something called as rectangular resolution of the force. Are you with me, Smith? Uh, are you with me, Smith? Am I audible? So, Smith, can you read the problem statement for me? Let us solve this problem.
So P4,
Yes.
knowing that the tension in the cable BC is 725 Newton, determine the resultant of the three forces exerted at point B of beam AB.
Okay. So now the word resultant. For every problem, I am highlighting this word because we have not yet defined what do we mean by resultant. So for at least till we define it, consider it as a summation of all the forces acting on a beam at point B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now what we are trying to do is I am borrowing this figure here. Uh, the new thing or new calculation that we need to do in this particular case is finding out the angles theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. But before that, why are we doing that? Because at B we need to find out addition of three forces. ये कौन-कौन से three forces है? One is this 500 Newton force, another is this 780 Newton force, and the third one is the force exerted by cable BC on beam AB at point B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the three forces जिनका हमें resultant find out करना है, and therefore we are going to use rectangular resolution जिसमें I am going to call direction along beam AB as x direction and direction perpendicular to beam AB, that is along AC, I am going to call it as y direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now we know the magnitude of force in this cable, that is 725 Newton. My question to you is, in which direction does this 725 Newton force act at B? Can you tell me that, Smith? Smith?
Uh, in the upward direction.
Yes, because cables can carry only tension, and tension means pulling the point. So wherever you are showing the tension at point of application, you should show that it is pulling. Are you with me? And not pushing. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore,
Yes,
this
sir.
725 Newton force is acting in this direction at point B. And now we need to add these three forces. कौन-कौन से तीन forces को हमें add करना है? 500 Newton, 780 Newton, and then this 725 Newton. These three forces need to be added. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So what is the methodology that I am going to follow? I am going to say let R be the addition of these forces. So in that case, x component of R will be given by algebraic sum of x components of all the forces. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Then Ry will be algebraic sum of y components of all the forces. And as all the forces are lying in x and y plane, we are not talking about Rz. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But there is no component of any force in z direction, and therefore we are going to have only two components of resultant, Rx and Ry. Rz is going to be 0. So Rx is summation fx and Ry is summation fy. So to get this summation fx and summation fy, I need to resolve all these forces along x and y directions. So I must know angle made by these forces either with x direction or with y direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us try to denote these angles. So angle made by 725 Newton with the x direction, I am going to call it as theta 1. Angle made by this 500 Newton force with the x direction, I am going to call it as theta 2. And angle made by 780 Newton with reference to x direction, I am going to call it as theta 3. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now can you tell me what is theta, how much is theta 1? Consider right angle triangle ABC. This is right angle triangle. So can I write tan theta 1 is equal to opposite side, that is 800 mm, upon adjacent side, that is 840 mm? Are you with me?
Yes.
So can I write theta 1 is equal to tan inverse of, क्या लिखूं, tan inverse of 800?
800 mm upon 840.
Yes, 800 mm upon 840 mm. So both are in same system of units. So this quantity is unitless, or it has a unit of radians. So now you have to ensure that your calculator is in radian modes. Mind you, this angle 800 by 840 being unitless, it is definitely not in degree. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So you have to maintain your calculator in radian mode and then take tan inverse of 800 by 840. We will do that in a while, but before that, now let us look at theta 2. There is another way in which angle theta 2 is given. Do you see this triangle drawn here?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you with me? So what is given? If the length of diagonal length of hypotenuse of this triangle is 5 units, then this vertical distance, vertical side is 4 units, and this horizontal side is 3 units. And which angle I am looking at? I am looking at angle theta 2, which is made by this line with reference to x-axis. Is that angle same as this angle? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is also theta 2. So now can I find out theta 2 easily? How? Tan inverse of opposite side upon adjacent side. So tan inverse of 4 by 3. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
And now how do I find out theta 3? So theta 3 is the angle made by this 780 Newton with reference to horizontal. It is same as this angle. So this also is theta 3. So what is theta 3? Tan inverse of 5 by 12. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Tan inverse of 5 by 12. And mind you, all these angles are in radians, and means all the quantities inside the bracket are in radians. So when you are taking tan inverse, are unitless. So whenever you are taking tan inverse, if your calculator is in radian mode, you will get theta 1, theta 2, and theta 3 in radians. If your calculator is in degree mode, then you will get theta 1, theta 2, and theta 3 in degrees. So anything is fine. Um, as I said, you need not keep the calculator in radian modes. That was wrong. Here it is not necessary. Here you can put it in either radian mode or degree mode. So let us calculate it in degrees. So what is tan inverse of 800 by 840? Tell me.
43.6, I think so.
So therefore we have theta 1 equal to 43.6. आगे का 2 digit तक बताओ.
60.
Okay,
6028.
42.60 degree. Then what is the value of theta 2? Tan inverse of 4 by 3.
53.10.
53.10 degree.
130, sorry, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
53.13
53.13.
degree. Yes. And what is theta 3? How much is it? Tan inverse of 5 by 12.
So 22.61.
Yes, sir.
22.61.
Yes, sir. 22.619.
619. So we will take it as 22.62 degree. Good. So now let us go ahead. Now we need to find out the addition of all these forces. So first thing that we are going to do is we are going to find out Rx. Rx is x component of the addition, and it is nothing but summation fx. So how many forces do we have? We have 1, 2 and 3 forces. इन तीनों के x component का हमें addition लेना है with sign. Are you with me?
Yes.
Now you look at 780 Newton force. What is the x component of 780 Newton force? तो x के साथ किया हुआ एंगल थीटा 3 है. So जिसके बीच में थीटा वो component cos theta. So therefore x component has to be 780 cos theta 3. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So I am going to write it as 780 cos theta 3. And is it positive or negative?
The positive. Positive, sir.
So it is positive, and therefore I am going to write it as 780 cos theta 3, where theta 3 is equal to 22.61 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now let us go to 725 Newton force. So 725 Newton force, its component, x component, is it going to be in left direction or towards right?
Left, sir.
लेफ्ट. तो जिन लोगों को इसमें कुछ डाउट है उनके लिए मैं एक ट्रिक बताता हूँ. See, this is the 725 Newton force and we have to resolve it along x and y directions. So that means whatever the resolution along x and y direction we have, addition of those two should be this 725 Newton. So if I have to have two forces that add up to this force, their directions must be in this way. Do you agree with me? Then only their addition will lie in this quadrant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
imagine that in your mind, and then therefore this component, x component, has to be towards left. So that component is going to be 725 cos or sin theta 1. क्या लिखो?
Cos theta 1.
Yes, जिसके बीच में theta वो component cos theta. So as theta 1 is the angle made by 725 Newton with reference to x-axis, the component is going to be cos. So 725 cos theta 1, and as it is towards left, it is in the negative x direction. So I am going to call it as minus 725 cos of theta 1. Do you agree with me? And that
Yes,
theta
sir.
1 is 43.60. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now let us go to the third force. What is third force? 500 Newton. Now we are doing it very slowly because these are initial problems. Here you are going to develop the hang on components of resolution, rectangular resolution of the forces. इसलिए हम ये slow कर रहे हैं. But soon we will do all this very quickly. जैसे जैसे concepts हम आगे सीखते जाएंगे और problems based on other concepts solve करेंगे, उसमें ये resolution we are going to do it very quickly. Now this 500 Newton force, tell me, its x component, should it be positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. And what should it be? 500?
500 cos theta 2.
Yes.
Minus 500 cos theta 2.
Correct. जिसके बीच में theta वो component cos theta, and as it is towards left, I need to write it as minus 500 cos theta 2. And what is the value of theta 2? It is 53.13 degree. Now ensure that your calculators are in degree mode and then do this calculation. Tell me what is the value of summation fx. I will also do with you. Calculator. So it is 780 cos of 22.61 minus 725 cos of 43.60 minus 500 into cos of 53.10. I got it as minus 105.18. Is that right?
Sir, I
I'm
got minus
calculating.
104.97.
780 cos of 22.61, 725 cos of 43.63 minus 500 cos of 53.10. Okay, I'm getting it as minus 105.18. It's all right. Minus 104.93 is it's very close to 105.18. So we will maintain this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And what is the component? Is it in Newton? Yes, because this cable, all these forces are given in Newton. So I will write it in Newton. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Y component is going to be summation Fy. So we are going to do the same thing. What is the Y component of 780 Newton force? Will it be downwards or will it be upwards? Tell me.
So downwards.
Downwards. And how much it will be? 780?
Sin theta 3.
Yes. So it is going to be minus 780 sine of theta 3 But what is the value of theta 3? Theta 3 is 43, no, 22.61.
62.
22.62. Okay, I had taken it as 61. So probably her answer is right. So let me do that change and let me modify the answer. No, with 780 cos of 22.62, I got the answer as 105.23, not 180. So 22.62. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then what is the y component of this 725 Newton force? Will it be upwards or downwards?
Upward, sir.
And how much it is? 725?
Sin theta 1.
Yes. So 720 plus 725 sine theta 1. And that theta 1 is equal to 43.60. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now let us look at 500 Newton force. Component in which direction?
The downward.
Downward. And what is the component?
500 sin theta 2.
Yes. So minus
Minus
500
500, sir.
sine theta 2. What is theta 2? 53.
53.130. 130.
Oh, is it 53.130? So I have taken it as 10. That's why there is difference. Okay, let us first complete this. 53.13. So what is the answer? Minus 780 sine of 22.62 plus 725 sine of 43.60 and minus 500 sine of 53.13. So I am getting it as minus 200 0.03. Is that right? And I will also correct this one. So the upper answer is 780 cos of 22.61 minus 500 cos of 53.13 and minus 725 cos of 43.60. Yes, she was right. So it was 104.97. That's correct. 104.97. Yes. And tell me, is this correct? Minus 200.03. Yes, Smith.
I am getting another answer.
Okay, let me cross verify. Minus 780 into sine of 22.62 plus 725 sine of 43.60 minus 500 sine of 53.13. No, I'm still getting it as minus 200.03.
Yes, sir,
Can
I'm getting the same answer.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Same answer.
Okay.
I will cross check them.
Yes, please. So Rx, Ry, we have found out. Now, how do we find out the resultant? Resultant is nothing but the addition of these forces. So how do I find out magnitude of the resultant? तो जरा देखो यहाँ पे magnitude of the resultant R bar is going to be square root of Rx square plus Ry square. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
अब जरा यहाँ ध्यान दो. I will draw pictorially how does Rx look like. So Rx looks like this. This is Rx. It is towards left because the answer is minus 104.97. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, mind you, once you have shown it acting towards left, again don't write minus sign because negation of negation will then become assertion. Are you with me? As we have
Yes, sir.
already shown it towards left, now simply write it as 104.97. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And then what is Ry? Ry is acting downwards because the answer is negative, and that is 200.03. So as you have shown this acting downward, आपने direction जो दिखा दिया, तो अब plus minus लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So these are the two forces which are acting at 90 degree. So if you complete the parallelogram, this is going to be their addition, and this addition is also going to be the addition of three forces for which we have found out Rx and Ry. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is going to be R bar. Now, if you look at this right angle triangle, as this is not a parallelogram, it is a special case of parallelogram, it is rectangle. Therefore, can we write magnitude of R? That is magnitude of the diagonal or length of the diagonal as a square root of side squares, square root of summation of side squares. Are you with me?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I can write it as square root of Rx square plus Ry square. So what is the value of Rx square? Rx square value is 104.97 plus Ry square value is 200.03 square. So can you tell me how much is this? So what is the magnitude of the addition? Magnitude of addition is square root of, in bracket, 104.97 square plus 200.03 square.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
sir, actually for RY, the theta 3 should be 22.61 and not 62, and that's why the answer should be 199.90.
That's all right. Here, what we have done is it was 22.619, so we took it as 22.62. So we will go ahead with 22.62. That's okay. That is a minor change. Are you with
Okay, sir.
me? Yeah. So therefore now square root of this 104.97 square plus 200.03 square, this turns out to be 2225.90. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
225.899.
225.450.
So it is 225.90. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is the magnitude. And now, as resultant of these forces or addition of these forces has to be a vector quantity, we also need to specify the point of application, orientation of line of action, and sense. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So उसमें से orientation of line of action with reference to x axis अगर हमें देना है तो I need to find out this angle theta. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And what is that theta? That theta is equal to tan inverse of, this is Ry and this is Rx. So tan inverse of Ry upon Rx. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now what I am going to tell you is most important. You are going to substitute only magnitude of Ry and Rx here because the quadrant of the resultant will be decided by the sketch. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Don't worry about in which quadrant does the resultant lie, and you're not going to worry about the signs of Rx and Ry to calculate angle theta made by R with reference to x-axis. No, simply substitute magnitudes of Ry and Rx irrespective of their signs. In which quadrant does the resultant lie will be determined by drawing this sketch. You draw Rx as per the sign, you draw Ry as per the sign, you will know the quadrant of R. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the value of theta? Theta is the angle made by R with reference to x-axis, and that value is tan inverse of, what is Ry?
200.03.
200.03. 200.03. And what is Rx? Divided by
104.97.
104.97. फिर से एक बार बताता हूँ, don't worry about their sign. Sign is taken care of by this sketch. You will know the quadrant of R looking at this diagram. So now you have to just take tan inverse of magnitude of Ry and magnitude of Rx. So
So
shift.
it's 62.31.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
62.31
62.31.
degree. So what is the final answer? The final answer is R magnitude of R bar is 225.90. Its point of application is B. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
All the forces are acting at B. Its point of application of this addition of these forces also has to be B. So have we specified point of application of a force? Yes. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And are we specifying sense? In a way, yes, because I am showing it to be in this quadrant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And have we specified orientation of line of action of this force R bar with reference to a known axis? This is x-axis, reference axis. So what is this orientation? 62.31 degree.
31.
Are you with me? This is your total
Yes, sir.
answer for addition of all the three forces at B. इनमें से एक भी चीज आपने नहीं लिखी. The answer is partial. Are you with me? Look at what all we have written. We have written down the magnitude of R bar in a specified system of units. We have written down, or we have shown the point of application of R bar. We have shown angle made by line of action of R bar with reference to a chosen axis, and we have also shown its sense. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So all the things are covered here. This is the answer for this question. Let us now go ahead with the next one. Can you read this for me, Smith?
Yes, sir. For the block, determine A, the required value of alpha if the resultant of the three forces shown in the parallel shown A is to be parallel to the incline. B, the corresponding magnitude of the resultant.
Yes. So therefore, इसमें दो चीजें, इसमें unknown चीजें कौन सी है? This alpha is unknown. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
What is alpha? Alpha is angle made by 120 pound force with reference to the perpendicular drawn to line AA dash. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
You can have a look at this. At least इन्होंने explicitly दिया नहीं है, but visually you can see that this is 90 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, the angle made by 120 pound force with reference to perpendicular to line AA dash is alpha. Also, angle made by 80 pound force with reference to AA dash is also alpha. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And 60 pound force is in the direction AA dash. So we know now directions of all the forces with reference to line AA dash or its perpendicular. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So isn't it logical to call AA dash as X? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And line perpendicular to AA dash as Y. So that angle between the lines directions X and Y is 90 degree. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the condition given to us? The required value of alpha is to be found out if resultant of the three forces. कौन से three forces है? 120 pound, 80 pound and 60 pound. Happy?
Yes, sir.
इनका resultant is to be parallel to the incline. So therefore, the resultant must lie only along x-axis is the condition. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So Rx should not be equal to 0, but Ry has to be equal to 0. Because when Ry is 0, then and then only the resultant will lie or addition will lie along x-axis. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
देखो I will draw a figure and I will show it to you. If you have Rx as non-zero value and Ry as 0, Ry is 0. So in that case, what is the value of R bar? Magnitude of R bar? Magnitude of R bar is square root of Rx square plus Ry square. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And then Ry square will be 0. And then you will have R bar is equal to square root of Rx square. So it is equal to Rx. So the resultant itself will be Rx. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So if Ry is 0, the resultant's magnitude is Rx. That is the first observation. And what is the angle made by resultant with reference to x-axis? Theta equal to tan inverse of ry upon rx. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
ये हमने last sum में भी formula I had shown you that it is equal to tan inverse of ry by rx. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, what is value of ry? Tell me. 0.
Yes.
Be with me. So I am assuming, means if I say ry is equal to 0, the first observation that I make is magnitude of resultant is rx itself. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And second observation that I make is angle made by resultant with reference to x-axis is tan inverse of 0 upon rx. Tan inverse of 0 upon rx is nothing but tan inverse of 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
What is tan inverse of 0? 0. Are you with me?
Yes, theta.
So therefore, what is the next conclusion? Not only magnitude of resultant is rx if ry is 0, the resultant also lies along the x-axis. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Resultant, or in we have not defined the word resultant, so I will say addition will be along
X-axis.
x-axis. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore, what is the conclusion? If ry is equal to 0, then not only the magnitude of resultant is rx, but also the resultant lies along the x-axis. So therefore, that's how I have written this condition. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm back. So theta equal to 0, rx. So for resultant to be directed along the line, okay, but here the problem is we have resultant of all the three forces to be parallel to the incline. So therefore, we need to have rx not equal to 0 and ry equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So ry equal to 0 is going to give you the value of alpha. So let us write down ry. What is ry? It is algebraic sum of all the forces shown in y direction. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Why do I call it as algebraic sum? Because it is with sign. If the component is along positive y, the sign is positive. If the component is along negative y, sign is negative. And with sign, we are going to add y components of all forces. Therefore, we call it as algebraic sum and not simply the sum. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us consider every force one by one. So what is the first force? Let us say 120 pound. Can you tell me this 120 pound force will have component, y component along positive y or negative y?
Negative Y, sir.
Yes. So therefore it is going to be minus 120. What should I write? Cos alpha or sin alpha?
Cos.
Yes, because जिसके बीच में alpha, that component cos theta. As alpha is the angle between 120 pound force and y, therefore y component of 120 pound must be cos component. Happy?
Yes, sir.
चलो अब आगे चलते हैं. What is the component of 80 pound force along y? Is it positive or negative?
Positive, sir.
Positive. And what it will be?
80 sin alpha.
Yes, 80 sin alpha. What is the component of 60 pound force with y axis? क्या लिखूं? बोलो.
So
Now,
60 sin alpha.
60.
Sin
No,
alpha.
no. What is the angle made by the 60 pound force with y axis? 90
Oh,
degrees.
sorry, sir. Oh, 90 degree.
And it is the angle between y and 60. So therefore, it is cos component. 60 cos 90 degree. Do you agree with me?
Cos 90.
What is cos
Yes, sir.
90? What is
0.
cos 90? 0. So we have an important observation that if a force is directed along x-axis, then its component along y-axis, which is orthogonal to x-axis, is 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So this is how rectangular decomposition is different than non-rectangular decomposition. If the angle between x and y is not 90 degree, other than 90 degree, then even then we are not sure about this. But here, as the 60-pound force is directed along the x-axis, its component along y-axis has to be equal to 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So ये हमेशा ध्यान में रखना. So hereafter I will not keep on writing 60 cos 90. If the force is directed along x, I will write its y component as simply 0. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this sum, is it over? Yes. All the forces, all the three forces we have considered. And what is the condition? I want this to be equal to 0. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So now I will keep 80 sine alpha here. I will take 120 cos alpha there. So what do I get? 80 sine alpha is equal to 120 cos alpha. Happy?
Yes, sir.
So what is the value of tan alpha? If I take cos alpha here, I get it as tan alpha. Then I will take 80 there. So it will be 120 upon 80. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what is the value of alpha. This gives you the value of alpha as what? Yes. Tell me.
So is it 56.30?
I don't know. Yeah, it may be 56.30.
30.
Okay, so we will consider that's correct. Others also check अगर कोई दूसरा आंसर आ रहा है तो बता देना. But it's fairly simple.
Also
It's okay.
56.30.
56.30 alpha.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
once we have find out alpha, what is the next thing that we are going to do? We are going to find out the corresponding magnitude of the resultant. What is the corresponding magnitude of the resultant? It is nothing but Rx. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Because I have proven this here that it is going to be equal to Rx. So now what is Rx? Rx is summation fx. Happy?
Yes, sir.
How do I write summation fx? So what is the x component of this 120 pound force? Will it be in positive x direction or negative x direction?
Sir, it will be positive.
Yes. And what is the value? 120?
120 sine alpha.
Yes, because alpha is now angle between 120 pound force and y. So जिसके बीच में alpha वो component cos theta, other component must be sin theta. We are finding out component of 120 pound along x, so it has to be sin alpha. So 1 plus 120 sine of alpha. And what is alpha? Alpha is 56.30.
56.30.
Okay. Now what is the x component of 80 pound? Will it be positive or negative?
Positive, sir.
Yes. And how much?
80 cos alpha.
Correct. So plus 80 cos alpha. That is 56.30. What is the x component of 60 pound force? That force itself, because it makes angle
Yes,
of
sir.
0 degrees with the x axis. So it is going to be 60 plus 60 cos 0. Cos 0 is 1.
Cos 0. Cos 0.
So cos 0 is 1. So therefore, can you tell me what is Rx? And that itself is the magnitude of R bar. So let us do it. I will also do it with you. 120 sine of 56.30 plus 80 cos of 56.30 plus 60. So I have got it as 204.22. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 204.22 Newton. This is the magnitude. So we have answered part A. We have also answered part B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So these were the problems based on rectangular resolution of a force, and we have also studied the problems based on non-rectangular resolution of a force. That means resolution of a force along the lines which do not make an angle of 90 degree between them. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And the decision to use which method to solve the problem is on you. The onus is on you. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can either go by parallelogram law or you can go by rectangular resolution and then answer the variety of questions that were asked. Now, we are now today going to start discussing a new concept, and it is called as moment of a force. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to discuss two things here. One is moment of a force and another is moment of couple of forces. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So let me write down that. And today, in today's class, we are going to discuss it in a scalar form. And in tomorrow's class, I am going to represent the same thing in a vector notation. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Moment of a force and moment of couple of forces. Moment of couple of forces. Now, to start this discussion, I am going to consider a practical example. Let us consider a body. That body can be anything. It can be a bicycle wheel, it can be a book, it can be a laptop screen, anything. So I am not interested in shape and size of the body. So I have shown this body by arbitrary shape. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And on this body, at point of application A, there acts and force P bar. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So instead of writing it as P bar, what I will do is I will write it as P, its magnitude. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And I will write it as theta. This is x-axis. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So have we specified this P bar completely? Yes, we have specified its magnitude as P, its point of application as A, its sense as compressive and or pushing, and we have also specified angle made by the line of action of force with reference to a chosen reference axis, that is x-axis. So have we specified the force completely? Yes. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the effect of this force experienced at point C on the body or at point B on the body? What is the effect that is experienced? Is the question that I'm going to ask. So for this, you can consider an example of a bike kick. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on my video. Am I visible? Are you?
Yes, sir.
Now, imagine that this is the two-wheeler's kick and it is connected to the axle or connected to the vehicle at this point. Are you with me?
Yes. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
are you able to see my full hand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you are going to apply a force here. Are you with me?
Yes.
sir.
So you apply force here. Now, what question I'm asking you is, what is the effect of force applied at this point? At this point, यहाँ पे क्या effect होता है? बोलो. Does this kick
Sir,
rotate
वो
about this axis?
yes, sir. Rotate.
हाँ. So यहाँ पे rotation होता है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And also the vehicle gets pushed down by some amount. Do you experience that?
Yes, sir.
Along with this rotation, you will also the vehicle will also experience a push at this point. Why? Because this force here is transferred as it is here and it pushes the vehicle down. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And along with that, there is a tendency of rotation as well. Happy?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me switch off the video. Yes. Now let us come back to this problem. So therefore, if I look at a force acting at point A and I am talking about its effect at point B, you are going to have twofold effect. कौन कौन से इफेक्ट है? एक तो वो फोर्स एज इट इज, आर यू विथ मी? दिस फोर्स will also induce a tendency of translation along the line of action of P at point B as well. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So if I were to look at the effect of this force P at point B, it is this P as it is. So it will, this point will experience translation in presence of, tendency of translation in presence of P. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Translation along the line of action of force P. Therefore, it gives me the hint that the effect of this force P at B will be this force as it is. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
But plus, imagine that now you are holding this body in your hands at point B and you are allowing the free rotation about point B. So what does this force cause about point B? Can you imagine that? So again, I will switch on the video. This is the body. Are you with me? You are holding it
Yes, sir.
here. This is point B. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And you are going to apply force P here. यहाँ पे force P apply कर रहे हो. What is its effect?
The rotation of it.
Rotation. So now there is a tendency of rotation in this fashion. Can you imagine that? If you
Yes,
hold the
sir.
body at B, this P is going to cause rotation in this clockwise manner. Are you with me? It is the
Yes, sir.
direction in which the clock hands move. Are you with me? So it is clockwise direction. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Clockwise rotation. So at point B, the effect of force P is tendency of translation as well as clockwise rotation. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now we understand translation is caused by the force. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore I understand at point B, there must be some force that is experienced and that force is P itself. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But what causes rotation? Why should there be rotation? So therefore, we define a physical quantity that causes the rotation about an axis passing through a point as moment of a force. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Moment of a force. So what is the force under consideration here? The force under consideration is here is P. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And where am I calculating this moment of a force? At point B. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And about which axis does this moment prevail? As this force and the line AB, both these lines, they lie in XY plane. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So therefore this moment must be about Z axis. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So I understand quite a bit of things here. One, force P, which lies in XY plane, but acting at point A. At point B, it introduces two tendencies. First tendency is translation along the line of action of P, parallel to line of action of P. And next tendency in this particular case, looking at the location of point B, it causes clockwise rotation about B, about Z axis passing through B. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me this rotation lies in which plane? This rotation of the body will lie in the plane of line AB and line of action of P. Line of action of P और AB ये दोनों जिस प्लेन में है उसी प्लेन में ये रोटेशन होगा. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And that plane is XY. So this rotation is in XY plane. Now what must have caused this tendency of rotation? That quantity we call it as moment of a force at point B about Z axis. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And how much is that? By definition, this moment in a scalar form is given as this. You extend this line of action of P. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
इसको extend करो. Then from this point B, where you are calculating the moment, drop a perpendicular. Happy?
Yes, sir.
And let me say that this perpendicular distance is d. Then by definition, moment of a force is P into d. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
By definition. Why do we stick to this definition and all? We will see that little later. But for now, believe that this is the moment of a force about z axis passing through B. That's how I find out. Now, is this moment of a force, is it a scalar quantity or vector quantity? It is a vector quantity. In this particular case, the moment is clockwise. At some points, it may turn out to be anti-clockwise. So how do we give the direction of this moment? इस moment का हम direction कैसे देते हैं? So for that, put the fingers of your right hand curled in the direction of the moment. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then the thumb of your right hand will give you the direction of this moment. Happy? It is given, the direction
Yes, sir.
is given by right hand thumb rule. But when it is a 2D
Right hand thumb.
case, we can simply call it as clockwise or anti-clockwise. So here it is clockwise. Happy?
Clock. Yes, sir.
More on this direction of movement in next class when we represent that in a vectorial form. But at least in 2D case, it can either be clockwise or it can be anti-clockwise. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So this is direction and this is magnitude. Can you tell me what is the unit of this moment of a force? So if force is expressed in newtons and distance is expressed in meter, its unit is Newton meter. Do you agree with me?
Newton meter.
If
Yes,
force
sir.
is expressed in kilonewtons and distance is expressed in mm, its unit is kilonewton mm. So on and so forth. So it is unit of force multiplied by unit of distance. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me what is the unit of energy or work done? It is also
Joule.
force multiplied by displacement, that is Newton meter. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So work done or energy has similar units, but the physical meaning of moment of force is totally different. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So in physics, you may deal with the quantities having same units, but their physical meaning is totally different. Keep that point in mind. So when we go to work energy principles, I will again come back to this point. Happy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now we are going to do one more exercise and then we are going to stop for today. Let me copy this figure. Let me borrow this figure. Down. Chalo. And now I'm going to clear few of the details. And now I'm going to ask you a question. If I consider point C and point D, point C and point D on the body, what can you say about moment of a force? So at point C, what is the experience due to this force P at point A? So वो force as it is going to cause the translation. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
And the moment of a force के लिए मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? I will have to drop a perpendicular from point C
Perpendicular.
on line of action of P, and let us say that this distance is now d1. Will it be same as d or will it be different than d? It will be different than d because I have considered randomly chosen point C. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now at C, what is the effect of this force? So क्या करना है आपको? C के यहाँ पे you have to hold the body such that it is free to rotate. This P is going to cause again a clockwise rotation about C. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So what is the moment at C about Z axis due to P? उसके वजह से आने वाला मोमेंट क्या है? बोलो. It is going to be P into D1 clockwise. Happy?
Clockwise. Yes, sir.
So important observation. If I change the location of point on a body, moment of a force which is acting at point A can be different in magnitude. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us write down moment of a force about point D. I will now use a color code. So everything for point D, I will show it in green. So what is moment at point D about z axis due to force P at A? तो क्या करना पड़ेगा मुझे? Force तो as it is.
Perpendicular.
So force as it is experienced here. In addition to that, this point also experiences a moment. So I have to draw this perpendicular. Now, this distance I am going to call it as D2. And to find out the effect of P at D, you need to hold the body at D. So what kind of rotation does it cause at D? Will it cause rotation in this fashion?
Anticlockwise.
Yes, it is anti-clockwise. So what is the moment? It is P into D2
D2
anti-clockwise.
anticlockwise.
Happy?
Yes, sir.
So observation, moment of a force does not remain same at all points on the body. It changes depending upon the location of a point. It may change in magnitude or it may also change in sense depending upon on which side of the line of action of force the point lies. For example, point C, then point B, they did lie on the upper side of line of action of force P. Therefore, it was one sense of moment. But the moment you take the point on the other side of line of action, like point D, the sense gets reversed. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
moment of a force varies from point to point on a body is the point to be observed or to be noted. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, the last point that we are making for today. If I consider a point lying on the line of action of a force on the body, line of action of force जो है उसी के ऊपर lie होने वाला point है. I call this point as E, and let me show it in some other color. So let me call it as E. This point, what is the peculiarity? It lies on line of action of force P. Can you tell me what is the effect of force P at point E? That force as it is. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And if you hold the body at E, what is the perpendicular distance between line of action of force P and point E? 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So moment at E about Z axis due to E acting at A is equal to 0. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So now we make an important observation. All the points lying along the line of action of force on a body will experience only translation and no rotation. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
All the points lying outside the line of action of force P will experience translation as well as rotation. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Moment of a force varies from point to point, either in magnitude or in direction or in both. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And all the points lying on the line of action of force will experience zero moment due to that force.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you with me? Okay. So ये जो सारे points पता है, all these points we are going to write them as remarks in the next class. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And then we are going to talk about moment of couple of forces and how it is different. How is it different from moment of a force? ये next class का trailer है. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we are closing here. अगर किसी को डाउट है तो पूछो, otherwise you can use the same attendance link for newly joined students. Please paste that link once again in our group. Put your attendance in next 5 minutes. Okay. और किसी को अगर कुछ डाउट है तो अभी पूछो, और otherwise you can leave the class.